everybody, Evan's coming to you again from IMR. We have another update for you guys. We have the Kia Stinger Big Turbo Kit, G70, G80 also included. All you 3.3 turbo Lambda engines, come and get it. We are giving you more updates though on exactly what this turbo kit looks like when you get a little bit more up close and personal. So we'll be walking you through that, and you might want to subscribe to this channel and tune in, because we're going to give you an entire build series on what we are doing to actually complete this. Tune in. All right, thanks for tuning in again, everybody. I wanted to just take the time to share with you guys a little bit more about the turbo kit that everybody's been sending tons of emails and questions on. We thank you first of all for following us and subscribing and really engaging. We're getting a lot of questions, phone calls, and emails about it. So this kit is real. It's on a car. The car is now driving around and we're preparing to tune. I'm gonna first address why we did it. Over the past year, we've been getting a number of emails and inquiries in general about how people get to more power. Initially, all we had was, okay, let's put the piggyback on, let's get an ECU tune, and that did well. It proved to the world that we can hang with a lot of those naturally aspirated V8s out there. Those forced induction V8s are a little bit more of a challenge, but maybe we're here to change that and fix that. In fact, we're here to do it. So that's where we stepped up, and we have a history of making turbo kits for other platforms that are similar, you know, V6s, twin turbo. We've made single turbo kits, we've made twin turbo kits in the past. So we took that technology and understanding and knowledge and just flipped it onto this platform. So that's why we did it, and making it for this platform is not a big deal for us. It's in the repertoire of what we're accustomed to doing. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the kit, and I'll explain a little bit more about what we did and what options you have. Oh, real quick, yes, a lot of people are asking, can they get these intakes for non-big turbo kit options? Yes, we will look to release some of these in May. We're finalizing the design. It's sort of a ram horn style design that goes to the OEM turbos, so that is coming. All right, let's get in this car. Oh, make sure y'all support this guy. Go subscribe or go follow him. Blitzcraig255, good dude here. He's provided this vehicle for us to do awesome mods on. All right, let's go ahead and rock and roll. There she is, folks. Quite a beauty. Let's turn her off and I'll talk to you some more about it. Let's get a close-up of this. So I want to go ahead and identify some of the various components that we've developed just to make this kit work and make it a reality. Let's go ahead and start at the very beginning of the process. So you won't see it, but down in there are the headers that we've created. Those headers then feed to the turbo, and it's all Vband. So you have that header material down here. It's all stainless. You can see the welds. Let's focus on that a little bit more. And then it's Vband connection right up here. And then you have the turbine housing under that blanket. What you'll see is an arm that branches off of the header. Let's go ahead and focus on that. That arm right there, that thing, that metal, that is actually for the wastegate. You'll see one of the joints there, welding joints. And the wastegate is visible right there, that's it. And that's how we control the boost. We have external wastegates. This conventionally was the best way to control boost, and the technique that we've used here is we've run perpendicular to that 90. So this is a really good way, because the gases are flowing in this direction and then they turn upwards towards the turbo, and to alleviate that exhaust pressure and control boost, we have mounted the wastegate port directly in line of that flow. So this is a very good way, and the preferred way in fact, to run wastegate control. All right, so from there, that's the wastegates. They're going to be pointed downward, and the dump tubes are going to be going right down through those holes there. And we have the turbine housing, obviously, of the turbo, and we have the compressor housing. And so that's just basic turbo anatomy. Feeding the turbo, we've created some intakes with our custom couplers, and we've created adapters. The adapter will actually go ahead and allow you to bolt and mount right to the car. I'll just call this the radiator support. So they're internal and external adapters. On the outside, you'll have an adapter that will allow you to fit this massive cone here. The principle is to allow the turbos to breathe as freely as possible. You don't need to have as massive as a filter, but I saw some others with smaller filters and just wasn't as appealing to me. I want to let my turbos breathe as freely as possible. These aren't the OEM turbos. Let's let them breathe. So once the turbo goes ahead and draws that air in, then it goes to the merge collector. Both turbos feed the merge collector, and then it goes down and back around to these pipes. From that pipe into our front mount intercooler, we have the larger core option. Many of you who've bought our intercoolers in the past are familiar, and our front mount intercooler kit options include both a 600 plus core and an 800 plus core. This core will support probably 875 or a little bit more, but it's plenty good for what we're doing on this car. And we've mounted it, and it works well. Got our custom brackets on there. Goes back around to the passenger side, and then comes up to this throttle body charge pipe. If you want, you can have all sorts of meth injection or whatever else you're accustomed to having. We're actually going to mount our blow-off valves right here, and we're going to move this nipple, which is a vacuum reference, probably higher up, and change around some of that bracketry. But we've got all of that in place sufficiently now to at least drive the car, and we've rerouted some of the radiator hoses and such, and we've also relocated the TCU. So let's go ahead and start her up and show you what this thing looks like driving. It's real and it's alive, and we're excited about it.